Hi, this is math lesson 117. We will be working with dominoes today. We have something new. It's so exciting. But first we have to review just a little bit of counting and things like that. And so we will start with the number chart. Get your 100 chart out. We are going to be counting by twos today first. So point to that 2 first, that red number 2. And let's get started. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. One more time. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So that is skip counting or counting by twos. We'll also count by fives because when you count nickels, you need to count by fives. So, ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And when you count by tens, you are counting dimes. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. We are doing great. I am going to put this paper back up, this whiteboard, because we are going to count a few coins today and write the number on the board, kind of like the leader always did when we were at school. And so you can do either one of these. I have some dimes, so let's count them by tens. Ready? 10, 20, 30. So I have 30 cents in dimes. So I could write 30 cents up here. It's kind of tricky writing from the side, but I'll see if I can do it. So a 3 and a 0, and then a cent sign is the letter C with a line through it. So that would be 30 cents. And I have some nickels also. Let's count those. Ready? 5 cents, 10 cents, 15 cents. So I have 3 nickels, and that makes 15 cents. We are going to do something else that's a little bit tricky. We are going to count the dimes first and then keep counting with the nickels. So remember when we counted the dimes? 10 cents, 20 cents, 30 cents. Now we have to count by fives. Ready? 35 cents, 40 cents, 45 cents. So we could actually put a plus sign in here and then an equal sign here and see if I can fit 45 cents over here. It is tricky writing from the side. Okay, so I have 30 cents, which is the dimes, plus 15 cents, which was the nickels, equals 45 cents. So that is another way to count some money. Now we get to learn about dominoes today. So get your dominoes out, and I'm going to have you play a little bit. We're going to play a practice game, but we need to learn about what dominoes are first. So listen carefully and find out, and we're also going to learn a little bit about doubles today. So I'm going to move the camera so that you can see my dominoes. So I have dominoes right here. I'll move that all to the side, and then you can see these. And they are a rectangle shape, and mine have little purple dots on them, but on the back. But on the front, you'll see there's a line down the middle, and then there's dots on one side, and usually there are dots on the other side. But if there are no dots on this side, then that means that is the side that has 0. So you count the dots on each side. This is a 1, this is a 0. So if you are matching them, then you want to find another one with a 0 or a 1. Does this have a 0 or a 1? No, it does not. This one is a double. Check it out. 1, 2, 3 on one side. 1, 2, 3 on the other side. So this is what they call a double. And a double has the same number on both sides of that line. And when you play dominoes, you want to match things together. And so we'll play a little bit of a game here, and I'll mix them up. And I will pretend I'm playing with 3 of you. And so everybody's going to take 4 pieces. So I'll get that person 4 pieces. So the person over there has 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and I get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the person over here gets 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then there are some left over. We're going to put those on the side over there. And can you still see everybody's pieces? Don't show this one. Okay, so what we want to do is everybody needs to look at their pieces. Usually you do not flip them all the way over, but to show you how to play the game, I will flip everybody's all the way over. Now, if you look at my pieces, I have 2 5s. So if nobody else has a higher double, then I get to start. But if somebody has 2 6s, then they get to start. Now, this person does not have any doubles. Can you see those, what they have there? No doubles there. And over on this side, no doubles there either. And over here, ooh, this person has 2 doubles. They have 2 4s and 2 2s. Those are both doubles, but they are not the highest double, because the one with the highest double starts. And 6 is the highest double, but I have double 5s, so I'm going to start with double 5s. So then we are going to go around in the circle, and we are going to look at this person's tiles. Does this one have a 5 on it? No. Does this one? No. Does this one? Yes. And this one does. So he has 2 of them he can play. He can only play 1 at a time, though. Everybody gets a turn. Everybody gets to play 1. When you play this one, you can put it here, or here, or here, or here. On a double, you can play in the middle. If it's not a double, you cannot play in the middle because it's not the same number. See, this matches with that one and with that one. If I would put the 6 there, it doesn't match with anything. And if I put it just on this side, that doesn't work either. It goes in the middle because it matches both of them. So we'll put that in the middle just to make it kind of fun. And now we are going to look at this person's. Now, he could use a 6 to go on the end there, or he could do a 5. So he does have a 6 here. No 6 or 5 there. No 6 or 5 here. But this one has a 5. So he could play either the 6 or he could play the 5. And let's have him play the 5. So we are going to put the 5, and we'll put on the 5 next to him, and it goes right next to that 5. And then we are going to go on to the next one. I will see if I can make this a little closer to be a little bit bigger. Let's see if that works better. Okay, so now we have, this person could play 2s here, or a 5 here, a 5 here, or a 6 here. And he does have a 6, he has a 6, he has 4s, or he has 2s. Do you know that it would be a good idea for him to play his 2s next so that they could fit over here? And when you play a double, it has to go sideways on there. So this goes on the corner, or in the middle of this. So it goes right like that. It goes on the end like that. Only when you're doing doubles does it do that. Okay? Now, it's my turn again. So I could have a 2 here, a 2 here, or a 2 here. I cannot play on this one anymore because it's not a double. I could play on this side of this a 5 or a 5, or I could play over here a 6. So I have a 3 and a 0, a 1 and a 1, and a 5 and a 3. So I will play my 5 and 3 because that's the only one I can play. Now I will put the 5 on there on that side. And so now the next person, how about if we pretend she could play on this one? Does she have a 3? We'll check for that. Or a 5, a 6, or a 2. She could play a 2 on 3 sides. Now, ooh, she has a 2 here and a 4, but she doesn't have any, there's no place for a 4. A 2 and a 1 here, or a 4 and a 5 here. So, I think if you think about it a little bit, there's only one place for a 5, but there are 3 places for a 2. So it might be good to play the 5 next, even though she has 2 that have 2s. So this person is doing really well. So we're going to put the 5 over here. And now it's time over here to look and see what they have. So they have a 2 and a 0, a 4 and a 1, and a 2 and a 6. And so since there are many places for 2s like we did last time, we could put the 4s over here. Or this person could be really nice to their friend over here who has double 4s. Maybe that would be nice too. How about if we do this, and we'll put the 2 and the 0 on the side and let the person over here put their double 4s on the end. So we're going to have the double 4s there. And now it's my turn again, and I have a 3 and a 0, so I could play that over here by the 0s or over here by the 3s. I think I'll put it over here by the 3s because my other one is a double 1 and I can't play that. And this person has lots of places they could play. So how about if they put the 4 over here? This person has lots of places to play too. They could play on the 4, they could play on the 2, they could play on the 6. So how about if we'll just put this one on the 2 right there. And then over here, they could play on the 4 or on the 6. And so we'll put them on the 4 over here. Now, I notice that I have 2 1s, but there are no 1s out here. That is a problem. Because there are no 1s out there, I have to draw from this pile. And the way we're going to play it is you just draw 1, and if it doesn't work, then it's the next person's turn. Some people do it that you draw until you can play. You can play either way when you play at your house, but today you're just going to play it like this. And I have a 5 and a 0. Oh, there's a place for a 0. So here we go, but no place for a 5. So I'm going to put the 0 here by this 0. I cannot put it on the side. I have to put it matching end to end. And now it's this person's turn. And there is a place for a 2, but not a 1. So this person would win because all their tiles are gone. That person wins. We could continue the game to see who would come in next and make sure everybody gets to finish. And so the 4s over here could go over here, right there. Or it could go on the 1s, but we're going to be kind to me so that I can put my 1 there. And then the 6 can go here. And this 1 could go in any 3 of those places now, and it goes sideways on there. That is all we are doing for today. If you would like to play the whole game at home with your family, you may, but that is also on the lesson for tomorrow. So if you just wanted the sample lesson today, that's great. If you want to play a game with your family, you may pause the video and then play the game, and then you can come back and do the math lesson with me. And I'm going to move the dominoes to the side and move this closer. And move that back so you can see both of us. And we are going to be ready to go for the next lesson. That's a problem. I forgot to put the lesson sheet back there. I will grab that quick and we will be ready to go with the math lesson. Here we go. Oh, we get to use dominoes to add. Adding is when you you count the dots on one side and then you write it there. We've done adding before with the plus sign, but we used dice. Do you remember those dot cubes? Yep, we used dice, and that's how we did it. But now we get to use dominoes to do some adding. And so we are good to go with that. Let's count the first one. Put your name up there, and then you're going to count the dots on each side and then add them up. So how many dots here? 1. So you'd write a 1 here. How many dots here? You're right, that's a 1. So you'd put a 1 here. And then you count all the dots, and you put that right there. So 1, 2, so you'd put a 2 here. I will do that on a whiteboard, which I will erase really quickly so that I can show you how to do this and not use a paper like that. So I will draw it on here really quick first. I will draw the first one and the second one. So remember what we said? We counted the dots on the first one and we wrote it right here, and that would be a 1. And we counted the dots over here, and that was a 1 also. And then you count them 1, 2, and you would write a 2 right here. Now count the next one, 1, 2, and you would write a 2 right here. And then how many over here? Just 1, so you'd write that right here. And count them all, 1, 2, 3, and you write a 3 over there. You want to do all of them that way, same way, and this is called adding again. Okay? Now, it says on the bottom, color the domino that shows a double red. So which one is a double? You want to call that red. A double has the same number of dots on both sides. Okay? So you're going to do the rest of this side by yourself and color the double red, and then we're going to go on the back. Ooh, we get to count coins on the back. So, what kind of coin is this? That looks like Abraham Lincoln, and Abraham Lincoln is on the penny. And when you have pennies, you count by ones. So you want to count all the pennies and write that here. Ooh, these two guys are the same. They have a ponytail, but he has no curls. So is that the nickel or the quarter? Nickel is correct. So you want to count by 5s. So count those and then write how much money that is here. What are these? Did you say dimes? Perfect. So dimes you count by 10s. So, and then you write the number there. And this is ooh, you have to look carefully. Do you see the curl and the ponytail with the ribbon? That means that is George Washington. And so George Washington is on the quarter. And so how much is a quarter worth? You want to write that there. If you don't remember, you can review with your mom and dad on that, and they can help you just a little bit. But hopefully you can start to get that by yourself. If you need some help, though, ask your mom and dad, and they will help you out. That's the end of math lesson 117.